Hi everybody, Tai Chi for Recovery in the Spa State Park, and I actually have a student this morning, so, and you guys too, I hope, so we'll do it the way it is. Okay, so the first thing that we always do before we do any exercise is what?
Warm up.
Yeah, we got to warm up a little bit. So we'll do that first by stretching a little bit, so we'll just do a big stretch up, see if you can touch the sky, get your fingers going, moving, and then do a nice big bend from the waist. And go all the way down, stretch out your back. Let your head kind of hang heavy, and you can bend your knees or leave them straight, whatever works. But then when you come back up, just leave your chin kind of heavy on your chest. And almost chin to chest, so you're stretching out the back of your neck. And then bring your spine back into alignment, but leave your chin on your chest. So it's stretching out the back. And then from here, do some neck rolls. Oh God, get the crunchies out. Yeah, I feel like, snap, crackle, pop, little Rice Krispies going on. So a little, roll it around. And then roll your shoulders. Try to get the, lactic acid or whatever that's in your shoulders, all in the joints and everything. I do them both ways, backwards, forwards, perfect. And then wrists. Okay. Elbows. And get just kind of loose. Get you a little figure eight with your hips. All right, you're beautiful. All right. Then, so this gets like full body engage. Get everything all loosened up as much as you can. Kind of, if you can put all your weight on one leg and rotate your ankles and your wrists. And then do the other ankles and wrists. This also helps with balance, so like if you're, and then hinge out your knees. Yeah. I see you have good balance. Today.
He's young.
Well, that's one of the things about Tai Chi is like it's good for developing balance. Okay, so we got a little bit of stretch, a little bit of movement. So that's kind of a little bit of a warm-up. The preparation for this is always a three-pronged approach. So you do your stretch, and then you learn how to stand properly. So if you've done Tai Chi before, you know that it's your feet are shoulder width apart, and you're going to bend your knees so that when you look down, you just kind of barely see your toes. And then you're pushing your hips back so that your hips are aligned with your heels. And so your knees with toes, hips with heels, and then your shoulders back so your shoulders are aligned with your hips. And then your ears are over your shoulders. And I know it feels kind of stiff, but then you loosen it by kind of bouncing. So that's the proper stance. So hips over heels, knees over toes, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. And all through the form, you're going to want to try to always maintain that alignment. So you're always moving from one spot. This carriage kind of moves in one piece. If you're moving side, backwards, forward, whatever. All right, so you sink into that posture. And then you pretend that there's a little string attached to the top of your head. So it kind of aligns your spine. It kind of separates the vertebrae from your spine. And you sink into it. So this is the part where you're going to imagine roots shooting into the ground and really grounding. You always want to be grounded. So this is called Tai Chi for Recovery, because in recovery we always want to make sure that we are grounded. And it's actually choreographed to the Serenity Prayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, and I'll give you a little more about that in a second. But so first, grounding ourselves in our higher power, in the earth, God, whatever you want to call it. And then also stretching towards the heavens. So your energy is going in two different directions at the same time. You're sinking your roots really strongly. Feel like your toes fan out. And sink a line from the back, from your tailbone. And you're tucking your tailbone in. You're not letting your butt stick out. So it's tucked in. Yeah, there you go. And there's string attached to your spine pulling you down, but at the same time, the string is pulling you up, so you're getting a nice stretch and elongation going this way. Okay? All right, so we've stretched. Now we're going to stand. And then the third thing is breathe. We got to breathe, people. We got to breathe. So breathing is about in through the nose, out through the mouth, and deep diaphragmatic breaths. So it's kind of like, if you put a baby on the ground, their belly rises and falls naturally. So we want to make sure that that rises and falls naturally. So it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. And you want to watch the dantian. This is that area where you hold your jing, the life force energy. So I know it doesn't look pretty, but we're going to do it anyway. So it's letting your belly rise. So you really want to see it. So contract on the out breath and really expand on the in breath. So it's bringing it deep into the diaphragm and then out. So when you do that, make sure that you're like relaxing all the muscles on your body so they're just sort of hanging, on the skeleton. So it's in through the nose, then out through the mouth. And you kind of feel yourself sink and relax when you breathe out. So let's try it again. Breathing in and out. Yeah, you want to hear it. It's an audible breath. One more. So remember that your feet are shoulder width apart. They're straight, like on train tracks, right in front of you. And then, and the other thing to remember is that it's a yin-yang form. So every time you do a yang movement, so yang is expanding and yin is contracting. So every time you move away from the body, that's a yang movement. You want to do a yin breath, which is to inhale. So when I move away from my body, I inhale. When I move in towards the center line, I exhale. And you'll see as we go through it that it'll flow, a little better because it'll become intuitive. So in the beginning, it's a lot to think about, but eventually you don't even. Okay, so you got it. Stretch, stand, breathe. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next thing is we're gonna do the first move, which is called separating yin from yang, and you do this in this posture. So you sink into that posture. You're going to bring your hands in front of you, and you're going to pretend that there are strings attached to your wrist, and you're going to breathe in and move up, and breathe out and push down. All right. So now the thing that kind of ties it all together is this concept called resistance, because through resistance we grow, actually, because what we resist persists, but we have to learn to flow with the resistance. So normally if we weren't in COVID-19, I'd come over and show you, like, pretend that there's somebody's hands pushing against your wrist. So when you are moving up, it's like imaginary hands pushing you down. So you're kind of moving up against that resistance. And that's an in-breath, big in-breath. And then pretend that there's like fingertips on the palms of your hand and you're pushing down. That's out breath. Okay? All right, so in. And then out. Okay, stretch it out a little bit. You want to make it flow. I mean, Tai Chi is all about the flow and everything, but once we get the stretch, stand, breathe, and resistance, and in, out, yin, yang, all that, it'll flow. But in the beginning, we're going to just break it apart. So this is the first line of the Serenity Prayer is God, right? Grant me the serenity. So God, we've grounded ourselves in God, the earth, universe, universe, whatever. But serenity is this separating yin from yang. You want to breathe in and out. So you're kind of pretending like it's a wave on the ocean. So breathe in and out. Okay, do one more, breathing in and out. So remembering, I just remembered to tuck my tailbone. So tucking the tailbone, feeling your energy shooting into the earth, also elongating the spine towards the heavens. So it's a lot at once, but once you get it down, it's really delicious. So it's really nice to do this outside.
Yeah.
One more. Nice. Okay, so stretch that out. Hello, beds. We've got some friends joining us this morning.
Someone like it?
I don't know. Good morning. I don't know if anybody else is here. I can't tell. Oh, yes. Hi, guys. Delicious, delicious, yes. Okay, so we're going to go back to the stance, remembering to tuck the tailbone, bringing it down. All right, so the next move is called embracing the tree. So the next line of the serenity prayer is to accept the things I cannot change. So you want to embrace whatever's going on. So this is a move where you're going to bring your arms out to the side and breathe in because you're moving away from the body. Then you're going to face your palms forward only up to shoulder height. So bring your hands down. Yeah, perfect. And then a big tree is in front of you and you're going to give it a hug. But you're going to leave your shoulders down and very slowly, gently embrace that tree. And this is actually an out breath because you're moving towards the center line of the body. But then you're going to pretend that there's these little strings attached to your middle fingers, and you're going to stretch them out. Remember, resistance is against the wrists, and this is an in-breath. And then flex your fingers out, and then out-breath, bring it back in. And then drop your elbows. All right, we'll do that again. Get loose. Are you with me? You got that? I can't tell. I usually do it on Zoom,
Yeah.
and I can see people, but this is only like comments flying up here, but I know you're there. Okay, so breathe in, come out. Breathe out, come in. Drop that tailbone, bend those knees. Excellent. Breathe in, stretch it out. Flex, and come back. And drop your arms. Perfect. All right, stretch. So that's the second line of the Serenity Prayer. So accept the things I cannot change, called Embracing the Tree. Let's do it again. So, actually, let's put the two together. Okay, so from the beginning, you've got your stance where your tailbone's tucked, your knees are bent. Bring your hands in front. This is an in-breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now face your palms together and breathe in. Breathe out. Embrace the tree. Drop the shoulders. Round, big tree. Breathe in. Stretch it out. Perfect. Come back. Stretch it out one more time. So this is for the lung meridian. So this is the, in Chinese medicine, the lungs governs the emotion of grief. So this is why it's about acceptance, actually, because the part of the grief process is about, first of all, letting go. You let it go, but then you accept in the end. So if you have something that you are trying to let go of in your life, so it could be anything. It could be, a person that has moved through your life, or a habit that you're trying to let go of, or an emotion you're trying to release. This is a beautiful, and right now, COVID world, let me tell you, this is like the perfect, accepting what's happening, but also exercising the lungs, because this is a lung illness. And, bringing in oxygen, accepting what's going on, but letting go of what we don't need, letting go of negative emotions, letting go of fear, but accepting what is. So it's kind of, it's a very holistic mind, body, emotion, soul kind of thing. And then bring your hands down. Is this all good? You're with me so far? Is it similar to stuff that you've learned before?
It's been such a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
so
It doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, it's all breath, and there's slow movements, and there's resistance, and
Yeah. Okay. So the concepts are similar. Yeah. Some of the moves might be different, but this kind of separating yin from yang, that's kind of a standard Tai Chi beginning move. Yeah. Okay. So let's put those two together again, and then we'll move on to the third move, which corresponds to the third line of the Serenity Prayer. Okay. So this is God grounded. This grant me the serenity. And then moving up and out. Accept the things I cannot change. And then come back in. And then drop your elbows. Now this is going to go right into the next move, which is I'm going to be your mirror. So for you, you're going to step out with your right leg. I'm going to step out with my left leg. So in the courage to change the things I can, we always have to step out of our comfort zone. So a little step out, but then we're going to bend and lunge into it. Okay, so that's the first thing, is bend and lunge. Now your top hand, which is my right, your left, is going to move forward as if there's a teacup on it. And extend it all the way out to the side. Yes, and your eyes follow it. You are watching that. Then the next portion is to swing your other hand out, up, and over, so that the line is coming from the middle finger. The energy is being sent to the outstretched hand. You're catching it in the outstretched hand. Okay? Now from here, what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in and straighten your legs, move your hands up. Perfect. And then just lunge the exact same way on the other side. Perfect. Exactly. So, as you perfect this, you'll do a deeper lunge, get more of a stretch, but you've got to feel the energy coming from the finger of the top hand to the outstretched hand. All right, so it's breathe in, come up, straighten the legs. Breathe out, lunge. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, lunge down. Okay, breathe in, come up. Breathe out, lunge on the other side. So the beauty about this form is that you can do the moves as many times as you feel you need to. So this is the courage move. So it's similar to like Warrior 2 in a yoga form. So you got to feel that strength. Big, strong, courage move. So breathe in, come on up. And breathe out. Extend. Okay, come on up. You're going to bring your legs together and bring your arms down. This is kind of a transitional move in the beginning. Beautiful. Okay, so stretch that out. Let's see how much time we've got here. Oh, very good. Samira, very nice. I see Anna, I love you. Hey, Beth, good morning. Just trying to see who was with us. Okay. So, sink that tailbone. Elongate that spine. So remember the string attached to the top of the head. Sinking in. So you got that nice grounded, very relaxed, very flowy. Thank you, God, for the sun and beautiful morning. Yeah. I'm surprised it's actually warm. It was. I know.
I was like, why am I going? It's going to be cold.
No.
Just go.
No, just go. Just go. Just do it.
You'll be fine.
Okay, so bring the hands in. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, push down. Stretch it out, breathe out. Excellent. Drop those elbows. Now remember, stepping out of the comfort zone, having courage. Beautiful, flow. Now swing up and over. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, lunge. Excellent. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, bring the legs together and come down. Very nice. Okay, so stretch and kind of shake that out. Get loose. See. Yeah, it's amazing how stiff we get.
Oh, I'm so stiff.
I know, my back, I'm like, oh my
Like,
goodness.
I was congratulating myself on 8 minutes of stretching yesterday. I'm like, my poor body. So long for this horrible ride lately.
All right, so the fourth move is the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, so it's actually two moves that are combined. So first question is, where does wisdom come from in the physical body?
The heart?
It's a trick question, and you got it right. Yes, most people point to their head.
No, that's...
Wisdom comes from the heart. But what's interesting about this move is that it moves energy from the heart to the head. So we are going to learn to think with the heart and feel with the mind. Because we have to exchange those kind of solar and lunar energies. So, all right, so the first part of the move is called life, death, and rebirth. So back in our stance, we're going to breathe in and move up and around. And then breathe out is come down, center line, keeping our hands. So you should have a fairly good amount of chi happening in between your hands at the moment. We'll play with that in a second. Okay, so that's the first part of move, life, death, and rebirth. So it's just about the natural cycles of life. So breathe in, come out. Breathe out, come down. Excellent. All right, let's do one more. Breathe in. And out. Very nice. Okay, so come all the way down. And now from here, what you're going to do is you're going to cross your wrists. Yep, flip the backs of your hands together. Bring it into the heart. And then your in-breath is moving up. Then you let your hands separate and face your palms out. And now, yeah, excellent. Okay. So let's do that again. So breathing in, come out. Breathe out, come in. Cross, backs, into the heart. Breathe in, go up. Come out. Exhale, breath and coming around. All right, beautiful. Let's do one more. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, come down. Now we're here. Let's stop and play with the chi for a second. Because this is where it gets interesting. If you've ever dealt with chi before.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing ever.
So chi is just energy, right? It's just electromagnetic energy. It's heat, warmth. You can feel it. So if you just kind of rub your hands, not touching, from the energy, from the movements that we're doing, from the earth, from the sun, from the air, from all the elements, we receive this energy, and we can learn to channel it in our body. So by doing the movements, you've raised some chi. And so now you can, if you can feel it, normally I do a chi check, but I won't today. But if I put my hand in between your hands there, I would probably feel that warmth. You know, so it's kind of like a sticky, warm kind of non-substance. But that is healing energy. That's something that you can give to yourself, and you can also give it away. You can give it to other people, so you can send it. So whether you're doing like Reiki or healing touch or some kind of hands-on healing modality, or you can do distance, like I can send it to whoever. So right now, if I want to imagine, you guys can do this with me, imagine somebody that you want to put in your ball of chi. You know, somebody who needs love, somebody who needs healing, somebody, I mean, I could put the whole human race in there right now, the entire freaking planet, Earth is, but we'll get there. So let's put one person in there first. Let's start with the personal. So think of a person that you love that needs healing. So I have a friend whose mother-in-law had surgery yesterday, so I want to put her in this ball. And actually, her father-in-law had a heart issue, so I'm putting both of them in there at the same time. So I'm going to send them some healing energy and love. And then I can imagine, you know, whoever it is that you're sending your energy to and who they're connected to. So all the people that they're connected to. And so your ball gets a little bit bigger. And then, you know, like, we'll just send it to each other, send it to everybody out there on Facebook world, send it to everybody in Spa State Park. Yeah, so all these people that are walking around and exercising this morning, I'm sending them love, I'm sending them healing energy. And so my ball gets a little bit bigger, so you want to kind of play with it and squish it around. And then if we put the entire city of Saratoga Springs, yeah, it's getting a little bit bigger. Put the entire state of New York. Yep. And then the whole country. Got all these people. I want to send love and healing and energy to the whole country. So see if you can move it around a little bit. Move your energy and your arms kind of like in a circle-ish thing. You got a little... And then that gets even bigger. Put the whole planet Earth in it. And the whole universe. So I believe there's intelligent life out there beyond this planet. So let's put everybody in there. Right. So now I'm sending my love, my energy, my chi out to the entire universe. Everybody's getting some. But then I want to condense it. And I'm going to squish it back down. And move that energy that I just gave to everybody. Put it back into this tiny little ball. And so you know that principle, what you give, you receive. So there it is. I can feel, I got some chi, man. I got some serious energy. I can feel it's much warmer now that I gave it away. And now I can put this into my own body. So like if I need healing somewhere in my body, so if you need healing wherever you need it, you can need it in the head to heal the mental. You could put it in the heart to heal the emotional. You could put it in the kidneys for a life force, because we store our Jing life force in the kidneys. You can put it, you know, if you have an ailment in the physical body, your knees are hurting or whatever it is that you want to put. So wherever you want to put your body, you need life force, put it in the kidneys. So let's do that. And so what you want to do is keep your knees bent and your tailbone tucked and your alignment so that your head is still reaching towards the heavens, but you're planted firmly in the earth. And that chi is going to go into your kidneys. And breathe it in, yep. Big, deep belly breaths. So you can kind of feel it circulating through your entire body. One more big belly breath. Okay, now we're going to stretch that out. Okay, so let's put the whole thing together. Okay, so from the top, bending your knees, tucking the tailbone, making sure you're properly aligned, stretched, loose. Bring the hands together in front. Breathe in, move up. Breathe out, push down. Breathe in, come out to the side. Breathe out. Make sure your shoulders are dropped. Big round tree. Breathe in, stretch it out. Let it all go. Come back. Drop your elbows. Very good. Okay, step out. Lunge. Yep. Teacup. Bring it up and over. Out breath. In breath. Come on up. Out breath, lunge. In breath, come on up. Bring the legs together. Out breath, bring your hands down. Drop your tailbone, duck, bend the knees. Breathe in, come out and around. Nice big stretch out. All the way down. Excellent. Okay, cross the wrists. Put the backs together. Into the heart. Breathe in, go up. Breathe out, come around. Delicious. Yeah, it's cool. All right, so cool down. So that's the whole Serenity Prayer, Tai Chi for Recovery form. I teach a much longer form, but in a much longer class. But that's the half-hour version. But let's do cool down anyway. So cool down. I'm gonna say, I'll call her later. All right, so cool down is to kind of rub. Yep, you're moving the chi, all that energy. Yep, you just kind of move it all around on all the yin and yang meridians. Down the body, all the way down. Come on back up. Get, yep, face, head. This is called a chi shower. So we're taking our little chi shower. Get the face, get the head. Okay, so after we get ourselves all cleaned up, we're going to pat ourselves dry. So this is also just kind of pushing that energy back into the body and stimulating all of those meridians that are connected to all of the organs in your whole body. So this is a full body energy workout. Okay, back all the way up. Don't forget your face and your head. And then the last thing we're going to do is cup your hands and smack those kidneys. Not too hard. I just hit myself too hard. What am I doing?
Like I'm bruised.
Wow. So this is more stimulating the life force,
yeah.
the Jing, and then you're going to rub your kidneys. All right. So once again, we'll go back into the finishing posture, which is your hands on your kidneys, and kind of sink into here. Elongate the spine, drop the tailbone, breathe in. Relax all the muscles. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. Relax, breathe out. And the last one, breathe in. Out. And now we bring our hands together. Prayer posture and bow. Chinese we say Shei Shei. Shei means thank you. And Sifu is teachers. Thank you, teacher. Sifu.
Yeah.
Shei Shei Sifu.
Shei Shei Sifu.
So you are my teacher this morning as well, so I thank you for being here, because it's much better when you actually have a live student. Sorry guys, I love you, but I have a live student. So thank you. Shei Shei Sifu. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Much love. Have a fabulous day.